Orianna bot lane.
That's true.
It is possible that we could have an Orianna bot lane from Viper. He is very, very inventive as a player.
Oh, wow.
So we got the money.
Well, Tarzan priced into protecting Sword here just a little bit, but the briefcase is going to land, and the flash in from Sword teleport to come down, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough, and first blood going over to Tarzan.
Very nice. Lethality Varus.
Speaking of which, Chains of Corruption are going to go down. Viper is up in the ultimate, but the wish comes in, and it's not enough. That's the lethality that we were talking about as Deft looks as nonchalant.
To keep up the pace of the game. So they invest a lot, sack bot lane for a little while, probably at the cost of a rod of age, top side.
Yep, another crush going to be used. Remember, Smeb holding on to that flash for a very long time, not into the wall. Minion's going to help him out there as well. No need for the flash yet again, unless they go for the dive. He does have the flash, turns it around even through the wish, and goes 1-for-1 top side.
He'll never use his flash, but he will use. The crunch hits him there, takes him down. The wish a little bit too late to keep him up. In the bot side, they punish this outrange to Swain plan. Also, we said, well, Griffin's one weakness was the early game as OGN
side traded for the outer on the top side. See whether Griffin continue pushing, whether KT do the same thing on the top side of the map. Griffin with a bigger minion wave, but only by a few creeps.
It's also feels like a third episode of the season, so I'll hold the point.
Yep, Smeb does have that Mega Nara. That's the bounce you were looking for. Doesn't have the flash, has the ult, but it's not enough. And Tarzan grabs the kill despite.
It's the light at the end of the tunnel, but the gold right now for KT gets into their mid-game core, and the mid-game is not
Sword standing with all of these minions, and for the first time, Score is down here to get the gank on. Blade of the Ruined King's going to be there. He uses it as the Grievous Wounds. Will it be enough? Smeb keeping distance, has the stopwatch. Redemption down as well, but KT, they're doubling in on this one. Rune Prison for the Mundo, and you are going to the Death Chamber no matter how hard you try. Marta turns up, and Lehens just gets soloed by the damn Morgana. KT
outwits the defensive decision-making from Griffin. They took a very decisive path through the enemy jungle to the Soraka that they didn't control.
KT can make it up there. As Score, he's going to throw down the pillar. Lehen's taking some damage here. Deft waiting for the ultimate, does get it. Oh god, the 1-2 punch almost enough to get rid of the Soraka, but she's not going to be able to do any healing unless she wants to kill herself. And KT get a free tower here in the mid lane. A lot of pressure. It's all over the map, and a lot of it stems from Smeb, who's now got free time on the bottom side as well.
And Deft, of course, follows ARAM rules. If he can control the mid lane and force everyone to react, he's going to be able to rain down and take turrets, but also poke you away. So the moment they were forced to cut shows. Remember, they don't have Baron control right now. Okay, Sword runs at Smeb. Look at what KT do. They're straight on Baron.
Yep, they're straight on there, and the flash going to be used very quickly here from Smeb. He actually wants to keep this fight going. Has himself the stopwatch, buying as much time as he can. Has it been enough, though, is the question. Deft moves over. They're looking to try and take down the Baron before anything can happen. Baron! Oh, it's going to be stolen by Viper! It could be all over from this point as we see our first shockwave onto Score. They are going to be able to take down this outer turret with this free Baron buff that is swirling around them.
Unless he gets a lot of help, is going to be enough to shrug off the burst in inverted commas. And now Griffin, with the Baron they shouldn't have, is rolling straight through mid.
They are. And Sword has got to the point where he can be very, very tanky. Nah, split pushing on the bottom side because he just can't help in this counter siege. And they will brute force this mid lane inhibitor turret. Can Smeb get enough done in the meantime as this inhibitor is certainly going down? Score also taking a lot of damage as he moves towards his bottom lane inhibitor turret. Flash forward as they pull back the Trundle. Does have the stopwatch. A lot of damage coming in here as Chovy thinking about just winning the game. Ball flies forward as now Smeb, he has made his way back, but it means they're not winning anything elsewhere on the map, and they're just trying to defend. KT may have lost it all just right here.
It seems so likely, and unless we see a big play from Smeb, I think they're done.
Yeah, he does have that Mega Nara available. It was a big rock to be thrown on top.
Is basically gone.
Yeah, and there is absolutely nothing they can do here. They trade inner turret for inner turret. Teleport going to come in just to make sure that Yukao gets
respected. The sweet hat is there for the Orianna. And Mata
possibly just caught out here. Black Shield is going to come down as Tarzan wants it. Oh god, the red buff is going to be enough to grab the kill in the fight, and Teleport from Sword gets him in there. Vision of Empire is giving vision to the potentially dead KT members because this is 5v4 and the team fight comp has 5.
Only frustration here for Griffin. Both the neutrals are up, so do you just push and ignore them, or do you try to go to one? Sword is trying to buy time in the mid lane while they take the Elder.
Well, Elder Drake is going to be started here as Sword taking a fair bit of damage, but
trying
does
to zone
have the
them away
ultimate.
From Baron.
Certainly is going to be able to do that for now, as they do have the information. There's the Realm Warp, as 4 members of KT just want to take down the big purple worm. Remember, Tarzan is down there, but the smite was not on point for score, as he's going to have to hit it this time. He does so, and now they're looking for more. UCal comes down, they trade the buffs, but now Smeb hopping over the wall. They've got themselves a wish, and now Score, can he just buy space to give KT the Baron buff that they
this mid lane inhibitor?
Yep, Sword. He's going to see whether he can get it. As the piercing arrows are flying in, Tarzan has to be respected. He does so much damage in Smeb. There's no GA on this Gnar at all. UCal coming down trying to get damage onto Sword. He does have Morella Nomicom at least, but it's not doing enough.
If Def walks up and gets popped, maybe the game just ends.
Yeah, well, he's right in the back line here as Sword has a good position. Realm Warp comes down. They're just trying to lock down Viper. We'll see whether it's going to be enough now as Tarzan going 1v1 versus Marta. I think I know where my money's at. As the wish comes in, they do get the stopwatch. Has to flash out of the way, but Sword in great position. Lamb's Respite is something that Def could potentially use right here as Tarzan taken down to the Guardian Angel. Great positioning here as well from Deft as he's firing shots into the backline. The Gnar only onto a single target, but is it the right one as Tarzan gets taken down? Single man Shockwave as well, only onto Score, and KT trying to take down everything that they can. They understand with a man advantage like this, it's huge. And they do so much damage to these structures. UCal is tearing them apart. They take 2 inhibitors, and now Griffin, it's all turned around in their face.
Can this actually end the game? Your first thought is no. KT do agree. Stone Plate here just to do more tankiness. It means the Orianna damage needs to be the big carrying factor. Sword's behind.
Yeah, they're going for the flanking play here as Def throws the ult forward, finds the piercing arrow. Sword's just going to jump onto Def. This is what you were talking about. Can be the problem, but unfortunately for Griffin, it's just not enough, and KT, they get the disengage that they were looking for.
Orianna can just never get in range to actually use Command, Protect, or Threaten with the Shockwave. So there's no damage to follow Sword. A full disengage from KT, and now KT want to disengage just the Baron.
Yep, Realm Warp, this is going to go down so incredibly fast. Yes, you can see it, Griffin, but now you see it, now you don't. The purple worm is dead, and that's how you avoid a smite battle.
Canvas again and again, and could win this game one.
Well, they're going to find the last inhibitor turret on the top side of the map. Like you were saying, UCal, he once again
opt into a clump, you'd imagine, KT. It's about the only way they can lose with this Baron buff.
And Smeb just playing so aggressively. Chovy goes down without being able to press any buttons at all. Nexus Turret 1 is dead. Nexus Turret 2, sure to follow if Def throws any autos at it. And Smeb still just playing with fire. UCal flashes forward and explodes Lahens. It was opportunistic, but it was beautiful as Griffin now have to try and defend an open Nexus. Inhibitors are going to be respawning, but this is so dangerous. And despite getting to the late game, despite getting to where they wanted to be, it's still KT able to team fight Griffin in the late game and take home the victory. Nexus at half health, Smeb just playing with the players of Griffin, and Tarzan relegated to the fountain. See you later, KT win game 1.